for the green flag now. And we're going to go with the A and B start. We've got the Dramamine, Team Baja, Unleashed, Citgo Superguard, Showdown, Football Motorsports, Super Technologies, Lunatic Fringe, Stainless Marine, In Motion, The Utter Boat, Ale House, and Canon Pitman Photo Express. A and B boats, 13 boats in all. A and B. We got 2 cameras aboard Dramamine, and we're going to go aboard Dramamine in just a moment before this start. Beautiful day in St. Petersburg for the 6th national race for the APBA. Many spectator boats there, as you can see on the outside, lining the course. Aboard Dramamine now.
Holy shit, I don't like this. Okay.
Where are we going here?
We should be on the outside of the pace boat. Let me get out here.
You clear over there?
Yeah.
You gonna go all the way over?
Yep. Okay, that's where I want to be, right here. Okay, back out. Okay, get up there, get up there. Still yellow.
Greg Lapine, Bruce Perla. Getting into position.
Green.
Greg at the
Let
wheel.
Citgo take us to the turn, okay?
All right.
In motion on the left side.
We're just in front of them.
Yep, I can see him. How's the other boats to the left?
You got utterly right in between us. He's a little bit back, but not much.
Okay, we got the green flag. We're going to take it from a different vantage point from our helicopter. We've got the green flag here in this 1998 St. Petersburg Hurricane Offshore Classic. And it's Team Baja, Showdown, Cannon, In Motion, The Utter Boat, Citgo Superguard, and Dramamine on the far outside. Everyone off to a great start. Ale House and Treadwell Motorsports also in the group. Everyone off to a great start in the early moments of this race in St. Petersburg. Citgo Superguard, The Utter Boat, and Dramamine off to the early lead here in this race. There's Unleashed in the picture now, coming into the picture. We're going to go aboard Unleashed. We've got an onboard camera aboard Unleashed, B99. Early moments of this race now. We are aboard Unleashed. Listen to the conversation.
Hold on.
What the?
Hold on.
Left.
All right.
All right, right there. Follow them.
Follow them?
Right there.
Got it.
We've got a helmet cam aboard Unleashed. Todd Samito, the driver. Bruce Cromwell, the throttle man.
Green flag. That's it. Green flag. Green flag. Take in the middle. Take in the middle. Let's go. Let's go. Right in the middle.
Jeff Roberts with the helmet cam.
To the right. To the right.
Hold on. Jesus Christ. Are we right on the bar or what?
I don't know. I got the trim down.
Down?
Yeah.
This is not handling the way it did before.
All right.
All right? We're just real light on the bow. Actually, real light on the transom. That's what we are.
Aboard Unleashed right after the group.
This thing is all over.
I don't even have her trimmed out.
Okay, all right. I'm just.
You want 20 gauges?
Maybe it's those props. I don't know. Just a lot of tail lift.
All right. We just gotta get out of the shit water. Get them left a little bit. Left.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, it's really
Loose.
We got a lot of fuel too, is what.
Really loose.
All right.
Oh, you've got boats on the left. Okay, got him.
You see your pin?
That's him.
We gotta,
Hold on.
we gotta clear this water.
Get out of this. Boats on the left.
Hold on.
Hold on.
All right.
on the left.
Drop the drives.
Okay.
Go to the right a little bit. You're open on the right.
Okay.
Don't
Get on the right.
Don't get soaked.
I'm not going.
Take it wide.
Board unleashed right after the green. Your early leaders right now, Dramamine, Sitco, the Utter Boat, and In Motion. The A and B start here in St. Petersburg. Sitco, Superguard, and Dramamine. Sitco and Dramamine on the outside. Jay Johnson, the driver aboard Sitco, Superguard, Nigel Hook, the throttle man, Brad Kaplan, the navigator. Aboard Dramamine is Craig LaPlante and Bruce Furling, driver and throttle aboard B-28, a 39-foot Falcon Dramamine. But here is Sitco, Superguard, a 37-foot Scout. Let's go aboard Dramamine now with Craig LaPlante at the wheel.
I see the two buoys here for this turn. Yep. You got the next two picked out? Not yet. Take it a little wider because he's going to be coming out.
Here's Sitco.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck any more than that. Go ahead, let her out.
All right, you're clear.
Okay, hold on. Tuck a little bit, tuck. Oh, there they are, right in front of us.
I was going to say, I don't see him at all. Okay.
Kind of a sharp turn.
This one might be too.
Dramamine in second place in the early moments of this race. Back to helicopter shot. They see Sitco in first. Dramamine on the outside, a very close second. Sitco and Dramamine. We're going to go with Sitco Superguard, a 37-foot Scarab powered by two 650 horsepower two custom marine inboards, with Mercury who drives. The driver is Jay Johnson, throttle man Nigel Hook, navigator Brad Kaplan. Sitco, by the way, is in first place right now in the national point standings in Offshore B and seems to have that position locked up. Sitco Superguard. The team joins with Sitco Superguard as their primary sponsor for the 97 racing season. In 97, Sitco Superguard Scarab won 10 of 14 races in which it competed and won the 97 Pacific APBA title and the APBA National Championship in B-Class. Sitco in first place right now here in St. Petersburg. Jay Johnson at the wheel, Nigel Hook, the throttle man, and Brad Kaplan, the navigator for the 37-foot Scarab. There is Dramamine on the outside, very close behind. A very tight race here, first and second in Offshore B. Dramamine sponsors include Dramamine, Hilltop Automotive, Oasis Roadfield Bass, Mountain Valley Spring Water, Napa Racing Filters, and Valvoline. Break a fine up the week. Sitco and Dramamine, first and second, a real battle here in Offshore B. Sitco in the lead, but ever so slightly. Sitco Superguard B1. Dramamine on the outside, picking up some room. Going around the center.
Go ahead.
Watch him. Watch him, he's real close.
I see him.
That was sweet.
That was a sweet turn, bud.
Nice jet.
Run a turn there, Tony, and Craig's just pulling away from him now.
He's right on my tail here.
Is he right there?
He's right there, don't move. He's pulling us a little bit here.
You got a lot left, don't you?
Rear shot there aboard Dramamine. We have two cameras aboard Dramamine. 39 feet down. Great driving job there by Craig Lapine. Bruce Sperling, funnelman. There's our helicopter. Russell Kilpatrick, our helicopter pilot for today and for this event. Sitco and Dramamine 1 and 2. First and second. A real battle here in B. You can see Dramamine on the outside. Just about time going by. There is Sitco on the right side. Dramamine now has taken the lead by a little bit. Real battle. Door-to-door racing here in St. Petersburg. Great competition between these two boats. You're watching the early moments of the 1998 St. Petersburg Hurricane Offshore Classic. Back to helicopter shot. Sitco Superguard. Powered by two 650 horsepower Speed Custom Marine inboard. Dramamine right behind. Many spectator boats lining the course. See? A very popular event here on the Gulf Coast, Florida. Around the turn. And we'll go by the spectator stand. They've been like this from the start. They are battling. Now, Dramamine is currently in 4th place in the national point standings in B class. If it wins this race or wins its class, it could move into 3rd place. Dramamine coming off a checkered flag in Palm Beach. It's really exciting to watch. We're going to go with the other boat now, an Offshore A, a 30-foot Phantom powered by one 650 horsepower Mercury inboard. The driver, Adam Trout, throttleman is Andy Trout. Andy Trout is the owner of the other boat, 30-foot Phantom A80. The other boat set a world kilo record in A class at 93.115 miles per hour. The team would like to thank ULX 110 Custom Blended Motor Oil, Ryan Beckley at Kinetic Animation for the 1998 graphics, Will Smith for Great Hull, and Jim Fay from Power Team for the excellent job he did on the new T-shirts. The other boat currently in first place in the national point standings in Offshore A, but in motion right behind. Only 32 points separate the other boat and in motion, and we'll see how what happens in this race and how that affects those standings in first and second place there in Offshore A. It is by far the closest of the first and second place in any category in the national point standings. The other boat. Adam and Andy Trout. A-boat competitors include Showdown, Treadwell Motorsports, Super Technologies, Lunatic Frame, Stainless Marine, Canon Pittman Photo, Alehouse, and of course In Motion, but it's the other boat right now we're watching. "30-foot fountain." Around the turn. In motion, right behind. In motion, A11, another 30-foot Phantom powered 650 horsepower Teague inboard with a Bravo drive. Jerry Sorrentino, the driver. Norman Teague is the throttle man. Jerry Sorrentino, the owner of In Motion. As we said, In Motion in second place in the national point standings. A real good reason to win this race. Possibly move up or at least get even a little bit closer to the other boat. Jerry Sorrentino, your 1997 Rookie of the Year. In motion, looking and sounding great. Many spectator boats you can see around this course. There is the other boat, as you can see. Real close between these two boats. We're going to go now with Treadwell Motorsports, a 98, a 32-foot fountain powered by 800 horsepower GT Marine inboard with a Trimax drive. Eric Treadwell, the driver. Jack Storley, the throttle man. Eric, the owner of Treadwell Motorsports. Pepco Telecommunications Enclosures, the main sponsor for this boat. Pepco Manufacturing Company of Somerdale, New Jersey, specializing in electronic enclosures for the telecommunications industry. Other sponsors include Signs by Tomorrow in Somerdale, New Jersey, Formula Power Boats, Fountain Power Boats, Stainless Marine, Gaffney Gauges, DuPont Automotive Finishes, Ashland Chemical providing fiberglass resin to high-performance boats. Also, of course, the Performance, CGA Circuit Protection and Controls, Cummins Marine, Kenwood, Boating Magazine, also QMI. In addition, Latham Marine, Flexus, Eagle Trailer, Mercruiser, Ferro, Vector Fly, and Kohler Plumbing Systems. A slew of sponsors, but Treadwell Motorsports, which also has an F2, that's a Factory 2 boat, a two-boat team. Treadwell Motorsports currently in third place in Offshore A. 32-foot fountain. In Offshore A, it's the other boat, In Motion, and Treadwell, 1, 2, and 3. But Treadwell, even though it's in third place, it is moving upward right now. Trying to catch up to In Motion. You're watching the St. Petersburg Offshore Hurricane Classic. All right, now we're going to go Cannon Pittman Photo Express A2, a 29-foot Scarab, powered by one 700-horsepower Frank's Marine inboard with a Mercruiser drive. Mike Werner, the driver, Gary Steinman, the throttleman. Mike, the owner of Cannon Pittman Photo Express. Sponsors include Cannon, Pittman Photo Supply, and Wealthcraft. Special thanks to Bobby Kenyon for public relations. Crew Chief Bill Udick. Currently in third place in the national point standings in Offshore A. Cannon Pittman Photo. Frank Iroa, the owner of Frank's Marine, rigged and maintained this boat. Mike Werner doing a nice job at the wheel. Gary Steinman, the throttleman. Mike from Carl Gables, Gary from Miami. Powered by one 700 horsepower Frank's Marine inboard with a Mercruiser drive. Right behind there is Alehouse. Alehouse A3, another A boat. Alehouse, a 30-foot Scarab trying to catch up to Cannon Pittman Photo. Alehouse powered by one 650 horsepower Frank's Marine inboard. These boats are very evenly matched because Frank Iroa, the owner of Frank's Marine, has rigged and maintained both of these boats. And of course, both of his engines are powering them, so it's interesting for Mr. Frank Iroa and the rest of the fans here in St. Petersburg. Alehouse, as we said, is a 30-foot Scarab. Johnny Waddick is the driver, Bob Christie, the throttleman, David Allen Jr., the navigator. There is Alehouse in Cannon Pittman Photo on the outside. And it looks like Alehouse with a slight edge now as we go by the spectators. And going around the turn, Alehouse is in the lead for the moment. A very great competitive race here between these two boats. Alehouse and Cannon Pittman, very evenly matched here in Offshore A. Sponsors for Alehouse include Alehouse Restaurants, The Boat Works, Orlando Motor Parts, Christie's Photographic Studios, and Frank's Marine. Cannon Pittman Photo on the outside. Cannon Pittman and Alehouse battling it out here in Offshore A. Stop the pack. Johnny Waddick, Bob Christie, David Allen aboard Alehouse. Cannon on the outside. Still a very close race. B-36 Team Baja, 36-foot Baja, powered by two 650 horsepower Hawk Marine inboards with Mercruiser drives. Mike Hoffman, the driver. Joe Grayson, the throttleman. Greg Hewitt, the navigator. Team Baja in third place in the national point standings in Offshore B. Sponsors include Boat Sales Inc., Gafford Precision Instruments, Stainless Marine, Hawk Marine Power, First American Leasing Corporation, and Baja Marine Corporation. Crew Chief Gary Rackby of Indianapolis, Indiana. Cut loose offshore, the owner of this 36-foot Baja. as we said, in third place in the national point standings. Team Baja, Mike Hoffman at the wheel, Joe Grayson the throttle man, Greg Huey the navigator. All doing a fine job here in the 6th national race of the APBA in this 98 season. As we look around the course, we can tell you that in Offshore B, apparently Sitco, Superguard, and Dramamine both have slowed down. Sitco is having definitely a problem. Dramamine has moved into first place. Team Baja is in second. Sitco in third. Unleashed in Offshore B is out of the race. But right now, Team Baja, B36 in second place in Offshore B, behind Dramamine. Some spectator boats in the background. There's Mastery Engine Center and Matco Fountain, both in the Factory 2 class. Mastery and Matco. Mastery Engine Center, 38-foot Nortec. There's Matco Fountain, a 38-foot fountain, with Martin Sanborn and Tom Preter aboard. But we're going to go with Mastery Engine Center. As we said, a 38-foot Nortec powered by two 500-horsepower Mercury inboards with Mercruiser drives. Michael Allweiss, the driver, Adib Mastery, the throttle man, and Alan Allweiss is the navigator. Mastery Engine Center has won every race that it's been in this 1998 racing season. Michael Allweiss, the race director for this 1998 St. Petersburg Hurricane Offshore Classic. Mastery Engine Center. Sponsors include Mastery Engine Center, the Parker Store, Nortec, and Stainless Marine. Special thanks to Michael Allweiss, the race director, and his lovely wife Janet for orchestrating a fine event here in St. Petersburg. Mastery Engine Center, 38-foot Nortec. Michael Allweiss, the driver, Adib Mastery, the throttle man, Alan Allweiss, the navigator. They are all from St. Petersburg, so they've got a lot of fans here today. Adib Mastery, he is the throttle man, and he has worked in all phases of the business, currently leads the Mercruiser and Mass Force sales divisions, and is one of the world's foremost authorities on high-performance diesel stern drive technology. Adib manages the Mastery Engine Center. Mastery Engine Center in first place right now in Factory 2. Other competition includes Matco Fountain, Team Lazara, Treadwell Motorsports, St. Pete Performance Boats, and Team Suckfin. 6 competitors in all in Factory 2. We're going to go with another Factory 2 boat now, Team Suffin F250. A 30-foot Suffin powered by two 500-horsepower Mercury inboards with Mercruiser drives. Brian Kirby, the driver. Doug Lewis, the throttle man. Richard Suffin, the owner of Team Suffin, currently in third place in Factory 2. Always runs well and has been around for many, many years. A very reliable racing team, Team Suffin F250. You're watching the 1998 St. Petersburg Hurricane Offshore Classic. The Offshore AB Factory 1 and Factory 2 race. It is a 4-race event. And this is the second race of that 4-race event. We had the local class this morning. But currently Team Jumping in third place in Factory 2. Waters here in St. Petersburg, fairly calm. Brian Kirby and Doug Lewis. Brian the driver, Doug the throttle man. Currently in third place, Team Suffolk. Now looking in the distance, there we see some more Factory 2 boats, St. Pete Performance boats, and Treadwell Motorsports right behind. St. Pete there on the inside, Treadwell on the outside. St. Pete Performance boats, it's an advantage. Powered by two 500 horsepower Mercury inboards with Mercruiser drives. Jeff Christensen and Jack Barry, they are rookies in this race, their first race, and Freeze Frame Video Productions certainly welcomes them to the wonderful world of offshore racing. F224. Jeff and Jack aboard this advantage. St. Pete Performance boats. And both of these guys are from St. Petersburg, so they are locals, and a lot of fan support here as we see Treadwell Motorsports on the outside. Treadwell, Mark Best, and Joe Pace III aboard the 35-foot Formula. Treadwell Motorsports. Great competition between these two boats. They are just about dead even right now in Factory 2. Going around the turn. St. Pete on the inside, Treadwell on the outside. Fourth and fifth place in Factory 2. Going by the spectators. Great day for a race here in St. Petersburg. F224 St. Pete Performance Boats Factory 2. Jeff Christensen and Jack Barry, driver and navigator. They're in a battle with Treadwell Motorsports, Mark Best and Joe Pace III. We're going to go with Super Technologies now. A9 and Offshore A is a 26-foot Martini powered by one 600 horsepower Mercury inboard. For the Mercruiser drive, Mandy Estevez, the driver, Lorenzo Garcia, the throttle man. Sponsors include Super Technologies, Inc., computer wholesalers, Grace Cash Title Loans, all your cash needs with stores conveniently located in the Miami area. Aviation Accessory Sales Company supporting the flying world. Casanova Trucking out of Lake Worth, Florida. The Connection Motors in Miami. Mr. Light Auto Collision, Opa-locka, Florida. And special thanks to Bardotto Marine for maintaining the boat and making it and keeping it structurally sound. Also special thanks to friends and family for making this 1998 racing season possible. Super Technologies, A9 in Offshore A. Lorenzo Garcia, the owner of this 26-foot Martini. Other competition in Offshore A, in motion, the Utter Boat Showdown. Treadwell Motorsports, Lunatic Fringe, Stainless Marine, Cannon Pittman, and Ale House. Mandy Estevez and Lorenzo Garcia. 26-foot Martini. Sixth national race of the APBA here in St. Petersburg. Great season for the APBA. Nice jump there. Many spectator boats in the background. There is Odie F-106, a 24-foot Corsa powered by one 500-horsepower Mercury inboard with a Bravo drive. Mark Marsh, the driver. Steve Miklos, the throttle man. Mark, the owner of Odie F-106. Sponsors include Odie Plumbing Supplies, Aerosport, KBI, Parker PGB, and Quest Array 898. Odie in Factory 1. Currently first place in the national point standings in Factory 1, Odie. In Factory 1, as we said, Odie is your leader, followed by Team Chiropractic and Stressed Out, second and third place. Odie leads by about 79 points. Other competitors in Factory 1, we've got Team Chiropractic, Stressed Out, Boxer, Offshore Chaos, Vendetta, and Dan Dunci. 7 competitors in all in this highly competitive Factory 1 class. Odie in second place in Factory 1. Many spectators here in St. Petersburg. This 1998 St. Petersburg Hurricane Offshore Classic. As Odie goes around the turn in second place in Factory 1. Running excellent right now. Going around the turn, Stressed Out and Stainless Marine. Stressed Out on the inside, Stainless Marine on the outside. Stressed Out, Thomas Etheridge. Driver throttle man Michael Ellis is the navigator. Stressed Out, a 29-foot fountain powered by one 500-horsepower inboard with a Mercury drive. Stressed Out. On the outside, Stainless Marine with Todd Werner at the wheel. Rick Turmel, the throttle man. 30-foot fountain. Stressed Out, F-118. Its sponsors include Intercoastal Marine, Fast Signs, H2O Marine, and Mastery Engine Center. Stressed Out. Stressed Out in third place in the national point standings. Thomas Etheridge from Siesta Key, Florida, the owner of Stressed Out, 29-foot fountain. Stressed Out also in third place in this race here in Factory 1. Vendetta F-120. We're going to go with this 27-foot Donzi now, powered by one 500-horsepower Mercury inboard. Bart Quinn, the driver. John Buscemi, the throttle man. John, the owner of this 27-foot Donzi Vendetta F-120. There they are. Vendetta, Bart Quinn and John Buscemi. They're both from Port Richey, Florida. There's Lunatic Fringe on the outside. Lunatic Fringe. Vendetta looking good. Vendetta, Lunatic Fringe on the outside in Offshore A. Vendetta in Factory 1. Nice jump there by Lunatic Fringe. Bruce Cataldo, Anthony Smith, and Jim Probus aboard Lunatic Fringe, a 25-foot checkmate. Powered by one 625-horsepower Topper Marine inboard. Vendetta, Bart Quinn and John Buscemi inside. And looking upfield, Dan Donzi F-166. Dan Donzi in Factory 1, a 27-foot Donzi powered by one 500-horsepower Mercury inboard. Pat Kersey is the driver. John Woolley, the throttle man. They're both from New Jersey. John is the owner of Dan Donzi. F-166. Dan Donzi is the last boat that we'll be covering for you, and very shortly we will have the final results of this second race in this four-race event. The A, the B, the Factory 1, and Factory 2. Of course, we have the local class this morning. Highly competitive local class. Pat Kersey, John Woolley, driver and throttle man. John Woolley is also the owner of Lightning Jobs. Rocking and rolling there with no problem. Nice handling job by Pat Kersey and John Woolley. Dan Danzig. Many, many spectators here in St. Petersburg. Great place for a race. Aboard Dramamine now. We're going to take him to the finish line.
Well, we shouldn't have burned that much fuel.
No.
And we're going to be more than a minute ahead. You know what I mean? So just keep a lead up. If in fact we're too light on fuel, which I don't think we will be.
No, we should be good here, I think. I'm not running this hard at all.
Yeah.
Craig Lapine at the wheel. Bruce Sperling, throttle man.
No, I think they were quite a ways ahead of us, Bruce.
Were they?
Yeah, they passed us on the third lap, third or fourth.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they passed. I mean, they're going to be running 90,
Yeah.
and we haven't been running 90.
No. Everything else is great on the gauges, man.
Is it?
14 on both volts. Just over 140 on the oil temp. The water's under 160 on the starboard. Just over on the other one now, but it's not too bad. And that pressure is between 15 and 20 on the starboard. Over.
I didn't hear anything he said.
I didn't either.
He said something about the last lap.
First shot aboard Dramamine. Going to take them to the finish line. They are in their last lap. Number 1, Dramamine, Offshore B. Slowing down, having passed the finish line, getting the checkered flag in first place in Offshore B, the sixth national race for the APBA. A great run by Craig Lapine and Bruce Sperling. 39-foot fountain now. They are getting the checkered flag. Craig Lapine coming out of the cockpit, slowing down. They are number 1. 2 checkered flags in a row. Had taken one in Palm Beach earlier. Well-deserved checkered flag for Dramamine here in St. Petersburg in the 6th national race, APBA. Many, many spectators watching this 39-foot fountain go by. Craig Lapine and Bruce Sperling, a fine job, these two guys. There is, you saw a little bit of it, the checkered flag. And of course, we got that with our freeze-frame video on board camera. There is the checkered flag. Glimpse of it. Great racing here in St. Petersburg. Offshore B, A, and Factory 1 and Factory 2. Very shortly, we will have the final result. There is In Motion. Number 1 in its class in A, In Motion. There you see the victory sign, number 1 for In Motion. Team Baja in second place, class Team Baja. B36. There's Mastery Engine Center. It's won every race that is competed in this year, and no different today. Mastery Engine Center. Factory 2. Many spectators there, as you can see. And now let's have the winners in B class. It's Dramamine getting the checkered flag in first place, followed by T. Baja in second place. Citgo Superguard in third in B class. Dramamine, your winner. Dramamine. They see Dramamine on the outside, Sitco on the inside. A great battle in A-class in motion in first place, followed by the Other Boat. And in third place, Alehouse, but in motion all the way. Your winner in Offshore A, in motion. In Factory 2 class, Mastery Engine Center in first place. Another checkered flag for Mastery. As we said, it's won every race that it's entered this year. In second place, Fountain. And in third, Team Something. Mastery Engine Center, number 1. Factory 1 class, Team Chiropractic in first place. Odie in second place and Stressed Out in third, but Team Chiropractic in first place. Team Chiropractic, Factory 1 class. And that is it. Those are the final results here in this 1998 St. Petersburg Hurricane Offshore Classic. And as you can see, many spectators there on the pier watching this race. Okay, now let's give you the national point standings in Offshore A, B, Factory 1, and Factory 2 up to date. First off, in Offshore A, it's probably the tightest of all the classes. We've got the Other Boat in first place with 591 points. In Motion, 569 points in second place, and Pittman Photo in third with 500 points. So there certainly is an opportunity there for some movement. In Offshore B, Sitco Superguard was seemed to have it wrapped up, but there was some movement after today's race. Team Baja moved from third to second place, Dramamine from fourth into third place, and since Fountain did not race, it fell from second to fourth place. In Factory 2, Mastery Engine Center way ahead in first place. It has won every race that it's entered this year, way ahead with 527 points. In second place, Team Lazara at 355 points. Stress Management in third place. And finally, in Factory 1, Odie, your leader, in first place, followed by Team Chiropractic and Stressed Out. And those are your national point standings up to date in Offshore A, B, Factory 1, and Factory 2. So that's it. A great event right here in St. Petersburg, the 1998 St. Petersburg Hurricane Offshore Classic. Great competition, but most of all, safe racing. Now, before we go, there are a few people that we would like to thank. First off, Mr. Michael Allwise and his staff for orchestrating a fine event. Also, the entire staff of the APBA. And also our freeze-frame video production crew, including Gary and Nancy Johnson for their fine camera work. Mr. Peter Magnani, our onboard camera installer. Mr. Russell Kilpatrick, our helicopter pilot. Also a special thanks to Horace Barber and the entire Drambuie and Ice racing team for helping us to transport our equipment. So on behalf of Jeff Girardi and the rest of the Freeze Frame video production crew, this is Vince Lipari wishing you a fond farewell from St. Petersburg, Florida, hoping to see you at the 7th national race of the APBA in Toronto, Canada. Bye, everyone.